Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Evan checking in again with another video, and today we are hitting the quads. So I'm going to take you guys through some commentary from my workout, and here we go. So we started out with the first exercise, which was the front squat, and you can see here I'm using the Smith machine. So on these I went anywhere, four sets for sure, anywhere from 8 to 20 reps. I like to keep that rep range pretty wide, so it's definitely in the hypertrophy range and really just trying to push myself here. So I started out with front squat, and normally I would like to use free weights, but I haven't done front squat in a little over a month, so just to get the feel down and coming back to the exercise, I wanted to start out on the Smith machine. So I began with this exercise, and what you're seeing here is actually my second set. And I did 175, 175, 185, and then I went to 225 in the last one and got about like 1 rep. So you can see here I hit failure there with 175, and the next set you'll see is actually my last set. And on this one I went for the 225, and I loaded it up so I could do a drop set with it. So I put a plate, a 25, and then 210s, so I could strip the 210s and keep dropping weight as I hit failure. So you can see here I have a belt on. I really like to wear the belt when I train legs, just because my obliques activate a lot and my hip kind of gets tight, so I really like to just tighten that belt up and make sure that I'm not activating those obliques as much. So you can see there I got the 1 rep, and then right away just stripping it down. And when it comes to legs, I just want to make sure that when I leave the gym that I gave it every ounce of energy that I had, because basically I only hit the quads once per week, and then I hit this hamstrings once. So I mean, it's 2 leg workouts, but it's different parts of the leg. So this is the only day that I'm hitting my quads. And transitioning to classic physique, I got to make sure that my quads are up to par to hang with the big guys. So I just want to make sure that when I leave the gym that there's nothing left in the tank, that I literally gave it all I had. So you can see here on this last set of squat that I'm giving it everything here. So I hit failure again and drop the weight down. And then the nice part about the Smith machine too is that those safes they're a spring, so you can really hit failure easy and adjust the weight quick and get it back up there, rather than free weight where you hit failure and have to maybe have somebody help you pull the bar up here. So still going. One thing with front squat that I noticed that's much different than back squat or regular squat is that the weight rests up on your chest, so it really takes the breath out of you a lot faster than back squats. So I found that I was getting really winded on these, and yeah, I don't know. I really like them just because they really isolate the quads, and especially if I'm just isolating the quads for an entire workout, I want to make sure that I'm not activating my hamstrings very much, especially if I'm going to hit them later in the week. So you can see here I'm really just trying to tax the muscle, just give it every ounce of energy that I had here. This is the last set. So like I said, I did 4 sets and just completely burning them out here. And I believe rack it there, and then drop it one more time, and I get back in there for another part of the drop. And I think I took a little bit too much rest time here, but I really needed to catch my breath after this one. So, and I like training in the Converse, the high tops. They're got to be one of my favorite shoes. So there was actually a study done. I can't remember who did it, but they found that the Converse All-Stars were one of the best shoes to squat in because they're so flat. So I really like to use them on leg day. So here I go in for the last bit of this last set. Just tried to give it all I had here, and by this point I was really exhausted. I was really struggling to get my breath here. Heart rate was pretty high, and just trying to, I mean, this is training with intensity here. I mean, that's what I'm trying to go for, is just a really intense workout, and training with, you can move the weight, you can go in and go through the motions and look, last week I did this much, so this time I'm going to go up 5 pounds, and it might be too easy for you, and you're not really getting as much out of the workout as you could if you really push yourself. So I always try and make sure that I'm hitting failure and really training with that intensity that I need to. When it comes time to be on stage, I don't want to look back and think, I could have given more on these workouts, especially with legs in classic where you really need to improve here. So I hit failure on the front squat, and I just switched to a back squat quick and just was really feeling it, so I torched him out here on the back squat. And at this point it was just 135, just a couple plates on the bar there. So, and I was really struggling at this point. It was definitely a battle with the squat, so just did what I could on this last set. And then we transitioned into our next exercise. Sorry that took forever to get through the squats, but I just wanted to show the intensity on that first exercise there. So yeah, it's not that much weight, but I want to train with that high intensity. So next we move into the leg press, and for these I do different feet variations. So I started out with the closer feet, and you can see I'm lower on the platform, and on these we're really trying to target that outer sweep on the quads. So I will do 30 reps here, and then on the next set I'll do 30 reps with my feet a lot wider, focusing on that inside, more of that teardrop of the quads. So the range of motion isn't maybe as great, but I'm really trying to keep it on the quads. I don't want my glutes to activate by going too low. So that's the reason for my a little bit shorter range of motion here. And I actually superset these with a dumbbell step up, and I do 4 sets on the leg press of 30 reps, and then I do 3 sets of 15 reps each leg on the step ups, which you're about to see here. So I get done with my 30 reps on the leg press and really trying to target that outer sweep. And next we jump into the step ups with the dumbbells, and I believe I did 65 pounds here, and then I ended up going up to 70 I think in the last set. But and you can see here I lift my foot off of the platform each rep. That's just to ensure that I'm only using that right leg, and that I'm not assisting with my left leg when I bring it to the ground there and pushing off. So I'm only using the right leg on these. By stepping my foot off and replacing it, that just ensures that I'm not using my momentum on each rep. So it really helps isolate. Got done with that one, had to take a quick breather. One of the things about going for the higher repetitions is that you really struggle to get your breath, which is good in the sense of you're burning a lot of calories, but it can be pretty tough because the weight that you're using you might have to go down in weight just because you can't push it as hard because you just can't get your breath. So wanted to make sure I gave it some rest time between legs here. And then we go into the left leg. Also, like I said, going for 15 pounds here. Or 15 reps, sorry, not 15 pounds. I wish it was 15 pounds. So we go in, and you can see I'm replacing that foot on the step each time. So that step right there is probably like maybe a 12-inch step box. It might even be a little less, but that's plenty. I mean, you really can feel it on the quads there. And you can use this exercise for the glutes if you kind of press through your heel more. But I was pressing more through the toes and kind of the front of my foot, so really trying to hit the quads there. And then you can see here my next, I move back into the leg press here. So this is a superset. So after I get done with the step ups, I'll get a breather, and then I'll go right into my next set of leg press. So on this leg press here, I was doing, for this set I did the wide feet, as you can see, and on these I went for 30 reps again. So really trying to just burn that teardrop, that inside portion of the quads here. And same thing with the range of motion, just a little bit shorter than maybe full range, just because I want to keep the tension solely on my quadriceps. I don't want my glutes to activate at all. And so you can see here, definitely a struggle. and like I said, I do 4 sets, so I'll go back to the close grip and then back to the wide on the 4th set. But I sped up this next clip just to make sure I had enough time here. So this is just me hitting the right leg first. I sped up the clip just because I wanted to make sure that I had enough time that I fit the 15 minutes here. So hit the right leg, and then I move into the left leg. And like I said, 15 reps on each one, and get a little breather between each leg. You'll need it. And you just want to make sure that you're using weight that's going to give you a challenge. You can do this workout and not use enough weight, and it might not seem like anything, but if you're really challenging yourself and you're pushing yourself to train with that intensity and use heavier weight, you'll really feel it, and it'll be a tough workout. And that especially goes on the squat. Squat's one of those that you can make it easy by not using that much weight and not training that intense. But if you really slap the weight on there and go through the full range and have strict rest times, you'll really feel it. So end of this set, I think I did some poses, not really poses, just kind of flex the quads a little bit, and you can see they're definitely getting a beating here. And so after that, like I said, I do 3 sets of the step-ups and then 4 sets of the leg press, alternating my feet. And so in the next exercise or group of exercises we do are 4 sets of leg extension on the machine here. So I don't really do anything with my feet, but you can angle your feet differently. So if I position my toes outward, I'd be working the inside. If I position my feet kind of with an inward positioning, that would be working the outside of the quad. But I just kept it neutral here. Did 4 sets and then a drop set at the end. So I just wanted to show one group. And this is a tri-set that I do, so I'll do one right into the other, so 3 exercises. So I start with the leg extension on the machine, and then as you'll see here, I transition into just a regular squat jump. So, and on these I go for 25 reps, so 25 jumps, and it's not an all-out explosion, like it's not like I'm really trying to jump through the ceiling, but just enough that I can get into a good rhythm and I'm keeping the tension on my quads. So that's the main focus here, and it really gets the heart rate up. So go for 25 reps here, and then tighten the belt up a little bit, and then I go into this side step over the box for 25 reps total here, and that really isolates the quads as well. So that's the tri-set that I do, so I'll go one into another, and I only do 3 sets of the squat jumps and the side step over the box, and I do 4 sets of the leg extension with the drop set. So that's a nice little tri-set. You should give it a try in your workout, and I guarantee you'll get your heart rate up for sure. And then I wanted to show the last exercise here that I did for quads, which is I call these the Frank Zane leg extension. If you guys follow Vintage Genetics on YouTube here, I got these from Wes from his channel. He showed these in one of his videos. You do, actually, I think this is just a regular, this is my 4th set of leg extension actually. So this is just a burnout. The Frank Zane one's the one I was telling you from Wes's channel. You just do one leg, and you do 10, 10, so 10 with each leg. Then you do 9, 9, 8, 8, all the way down to 1, and then you do a drop set at the end. So I guess I didn't have these in the video. I must not have filmed that, but this is, I believe, my last set of double leg extension where I do the drop set here. So you can just see here, I'm really trying to finish out and beat up the quads. That's kind of why I put this last set in there. It's just a little extra. So I'll do superset for the tri-set, and then right after the 4th set on the leg extension, I'll just completely burn out. Trying to just leave it all on the table and tax the quads as much as I can here. So finish these out strong. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I hope you guys give this workout a try. It will not disappoint. I guarantee you, if you train with intensity, you'll feel it in the quads the next day, no doubt. So hopefully you guys tried. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks again.